Hey, TwoCowsGaming fans, we've arrived at week 3 with our Raiders franchise, and we have got a lot to go over, so let's get after it. Hey, we're back, and we are in week 3. The Raiders are getting ready to go against the Carolina Panthers after a 2-0 start. Now, I have to discuss a couple quick things. I had to make some changes to the franchise. I realized after the last recording that I was playing as the owner, not as the head coach. So you're missing out on a lot of the storyline elements for this game, and I didn't know they even existed. I mean, I knew they were there, but I just thought that I never triggered them in my Packers franchise, because in my Packers franchise, I also run as an owner. But lo and behold, you only really get the story elements if you play as the head coach. So I went ahead and I started the Raiders franchise over again. I simulated the preseason. I simulated the first 2 games of the regular season to reflect what happened in the last 2 videos. Now, obviously, Lamar Jackson, I don't know if he's hurt or not, but the trade with the Packers is the same. The roster that I have for the Raiders is essentially the same. The starting lineup is essentially the same. So not a lot is really changed so much as the role of the head coach. Now I still control all the aspects of the team, but I just don't have the owner kind of component to it. With that in mind, I just want to talk briefly about regional scouting. The last scouting video I did, I wasn't able to assign my scouts. So I want to take a couple minutes real quick to talk about that. We're going to go into the scouting, kind of the delegation screen. I'm going to turn off my camera so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So I've already assigned my scouts for the franchise. I went out and I fired all of my scouts because I wanted to reflect the strengths of the draft class that I'm dealing with. So I started with the Western region. Their strengths are left end and left outside linebacker. You could tell because they have the binoculars. The binoculars on the strengths. Their weaknesses are right tackle, right guard, and center. So I went ahead and I assigned Amber Nelson. She's a new scout. She specializes in outside linebacker and defensive end. Those are skill positions that we kind of need some role players for. We have our starting outside linebackers and we have our defensive ends already kind of selected. So we're going to be looking for depth in those positions, but it's a strong region, so we're going to hopefully get some good players out of that region. Next up was the Central. The Central region, their strengths are cornerback and tight end. And I signed the scout Chloe Ray because her specialty is cornerback and tight end. You can see she's got the binoculars for those 2 positions. So that's who I assigned for that region. The Northeastern region, I have Shelly Cannon. Her specialty is quarterback, and as you know from the previous videos, the Raiders are in desperate need of a franchise quarterback. Nothing against Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell. They're just not the quarterbacks that I would want for my team. I like strong-armed quarterbacks, and neither one of them are strong-armed quarterbacks. So they're just going to kind of be the guys because there's nobody better. And that's where we're going to kind of spend a lot of our draft capital, is we're going to try and get a quarterback. And then in the Southeast region, I have Brian Axford. His specialty is outside linebacker and offensive tackle. We do need upgrades on the offensive line, especially at the tackle positions. So that's why I have him. Now we're kind of doubling up on the outside linebackers, but again, it doesn't hurt to have depth at those positions because those positions can get serious injuries. And so you need to be sure that the next guy up is not going to be a big fall off from your starter in that position. So we're going to back out, and I already did that. We're done. We don't need to do anything else, I don't think. Let me double check that. I don't think I need to set. Well, yeah, I do need to set my region specialties, I think. So let's just take a quick look at that. I assigned the scouts, but I don't know that I got to set the focus scouting. So here we're actually going to do outside linebacker because quarterback is not the position that we're looking for there. And then we're going to go over here. Yes, we're scouting for quarterback there, but it should not be what we want to do. We want to actually set the focus on something else, something more productive. We're going to go with cornerbacks because tight end for my team is pretty much jacked right now. I've got 2 really good tight ends, so we're not really struggling there. But remember, I do need to get somebody to play opposite of Nate Hobbs, so cornerback is kind of important. Now, this is where we want to scout quarterbacks. The Northeast region, it's already set to that, so we're not going to worry about that one. And then this one, we're actually going to go with tackles because that's a position of strength for this region, and we need a couple of good tackles. So that's how you set it up. That's the board. I already went through and favorited all of the players that I'm interested in, so we don't have to go through and do that on video. So now we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the game. It is a home game, and hopefully we can snatch a win here from the Panthers. It's going to be tough. They're a team that's developing, and my team is kind of in a rebuild phase. So they're going to need to really step up. Sorry about the echo there. I forgot to turn my TV down. As always, we're going to skip the intro. It takes too long. I'm not going to worry about it. Now, I did set up the the runoff to 15 seconds for the play clock so that it speeds up the game a little bit. But here's the kickoff. Here we go. And remember, I'm just simming. I'm not actually playing the game. The only thing that I have to do is I have to make the kicks, the punts, and that should be it. I do make adjustments on the defense as far as coverages, but I don't actually play the players. I used to be very good at Madden a long time ago, and actually playing the games for me just doesn't have that much interest. I prefer to see how I do as a coach and let the kind of AI determine what happens. Now, remember, this particular version of Madden has a terrible pass defense bug. So let's just try and play it straight, see what happens. A couple of the promises I made earlier in the season was that my defense would give up less 1,300 yards or less on the season, and that my tight end, Bowers, would have 70 catches and 800 yards. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's realistic, but that's the promise that I made. Okay, short pass. Got it, medium pass, 3rd and 1. Let's see if we can shut him down. And he's going to play action. First down. And then some. Across the 50-yard line. Not good. Not good. Let's try a little zone blitz. See what happens here. Again, I'm not going to mess with the pass coverage too much. I'm just going to see what happens playing it straight. It seems like when I adjust the offensive line and stuff, or the defensive line and stuff like that, it generally, there's a bug in there somewhere where it freezes out the cornerback and he just stands in one place, and it gives up a big play every single time. So we're not going to mess with that. Luke Van Ness is playing the right defensive end position right now for the rushing defensive end. He's still slotted as an outside linebacker. Generally in the base defense, he plays right behind Max Crosby, but because of the situation that I have, lacking depth at outside linebacker, he's kind of playing the rushing outside linebacker or rushing defensive end position on the left side. Can't stop him. I actually rage quit last night when I was playing the Packers. They had a home game in the snow, and in the first quarter, they dropped 21 points against the Patriots. And 2 out of the 3 touchdowns that were caught were because of the coverage glitch. And I threw down my controller and I said, I'm done. I'm done with it. So we'll see if this new strategy has anything to do with it. I'm just playing it straight, not messing with the coverages too much, not messing with the defensive alignments, and hopefully I can keep them from freezing out the cornerback. Gives it up over the middle every time. Pass defense in this game is atrocious. Well, at least they stopped the run up the middle for a change. I did flip Mauga to middle linebacker instead of outside linebacker. Oh, goody. Diablo's out. That's always fun. All right. Well, let's see if we can stop them here on the goal line. It's 2nd and goal on the 1. I do not have confidence in my defense right now. Yep, there it is. Did they stop him? Nope. Touchdown. But at least it wasn't a passing touchdown, so I'll take comfort in that. Now, this is on Pro, too. This isn't like all Pro. This isn't all Madden. This is just Pro. So you can imagine how bad the defense is at the higher difficulty settings. Oh, nice little return going there. Got it out to 37. We'll take that. And here comes Gardner Minshew. Didn't have a very good preseason, but he's having a decent season, all things considered, in 2 games, having almost 500 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. Not bad. I also traded away Devontae Adams, just like I did in the original setup for this franchise. That's why I still have Luke Van Ness as my trade from Green Bay. Honestly, if I was playing any other team than the Raiders, I probably wouldn't have taken Luke Van Ness off the Packers' hands, but I really like him as a player. So when he does eventually develop, it'll be nice having him. It'll be nice having him on the opposite side of Max Crosby. Well, we are in 3rd and medium range. Let's just see what happens here. Again, I'm not gonna do a whole lot. Well, I'm gonna hot route Trey Tucker because I need this first down. Whether he gets it or not. Broken up. Got a punt. So we've got 3 yards of 350 that I wanted to get for this game. So it's a 3-and-out. I probably should have used the running game a little bit, but what was that? Way to miss the tackle. Come on, guys. Need a big play here. Need a big play. All right. Held him to 2 yards. We'll take it. Doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't have to be a big play every play. Yeah, gave up a couple too many there. But we're trying to play the pass. We don't want to give up big yardage on the pass. Hey, there we go. Stopped him short. 4th and 1. 3-0. It's a good way to change it up. Nice punt. Fielded by Lauby. Got it on the 37. Same place that we started last time. So we had basically 3 plays, and we had to kick it. Same basic setup as we have right now. Maybe we can get some yards on the ground. There goes Madison. Looking good. I also put some running backs on the draft board because I have a feeling he's not the answer at running back. I actually don't think well, Zamir White might be worth keeping, but I like Lauby, but for right now, we're going to try and focus on the wide receivers. We need to rebuild our wide receivers, and we got to have a quarterback big time. That's going to be bad. Oh, my God, he escaped it. Wow. Bowers, nice catch. Holy cow, I did not expect him to pull that off. Woo. I thought when he rolled out, he was doomed. We're just going to take it a piece at a time. Slow and steady. That's how we won the first 2 games. Well, that and Lamar Jackson got hurt. Did we get the first down? We did. Play action sale. Is this the one where I can shift him? It is. We'll shift Gallup over. Give Bowers some room to operate. Come on, Minshew. Over the middle. Jacoby Myers, touchdown. And we are back in this thing. We are back in this thing. All tied up. Daniel Carlson drills the extra point. Not a bad drive. 5 plays, 63 yards. A little over 12 yards per carry or per play. We'll take it. Now, most of it came in that catch from Jacoby Myers, but that's okay. Well, I shouldn't say most of it. A big chunk of it. So, 7-7, just like having a 0-0 game. Carolina's 1-1, and my team is 2-0. No, and Bowers is hurt. Hopefully you won't be out too long. Hopefully we'll get him back after this series. Pressure from the side. Max Crosby was in the backfield. Oh, great. Luke Van Ness is hurt now. What is it? Oh, no. That's not good when they go off like that. All right. Well, let's see what we got. It's gut check time. Nice play by the cornerback there. Torn labrum, done for 4 to 6 weeks. Well, so much for that trade. Finally gets into the game, starts making some plays, getting some pressures. Torn shoulder labrum. Not great. Well, hopefully the guy that came in to replace him will do okay. Also a younger player. Can't give up that kind of yardage. Can't give up that kind of yardage. It's bad news. Leads to bad things. Okay, we're just going to send 5. Maybe we can break up this play. Nope. But we do stop him behind the line. So 4th and 1. So we got another punt coming. So we'll just go slow and methodical down the field again. We can't get in a shootout with the Panthers. We just don't have the personnel. We don't have the personnel for a shootout. Maybe if I had a little bit better quarterback, I'd try it. But, well, that and the playbook for the Raiders is not fantastic. Madison slipping through there. Nice. Nice run. Ooh, who got hurt? Who got hurt? He'll be back. Unless they go down into the locker room, they'll be back. Play action over the middle. Madison. Nice gain. First down and plenty more. We'll take it. Oh, goody. Now my offensive lineman is hurt.
Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now.
Not great. Maybe he's just cramping, right?
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
We're at midfield. There we go. Picked up a couple. All right. Time to go with my other halfback.
2-time Super Bowl winner says if you want to run the ball, gotta keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more for the run game.
Not much there. Shoulder strain. Okay, well, he'll be back at least.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like
Okay, this play usually works for me. No guarantees at this point in time, but we'll try it. Broke it up. 4th and 5. We're at the 46. That's a long kick, so we're actually going to just punt this one away. All right, we're going to try to do the coffin corner over here to the right, but that's a tricky one for me. Ooh, but it's going to get there. Nice. 4-yard line. Perfect coffin kick. Coffin corner. There we go. All right, we're sending the middle linebacker right up the middle. Try and blow this play up. He gets blocked by the center. However, that freed up my defensive tackle to make a play. Look at that. Wilkins stops him for no gain. Okay, we're going to try and blitz again. This could be bad for us if they play action it. They didn't, though. Handed it off to the running back. 3rd and 6. Passing down. All right, we're going to drop a linebacker into coverage. And hopefully that'll work. Over the middle, he missed it. 4th and 6. Nice. Threw it behind the wide receiver there. Must have gotten a little bit of pressure from my defensive line. Lauby gets tackled. That's the next thing I'll have to do after this game is I got to adjust my kick return team. I'm not going to mess with it too much while I'm playing. So we've got great field position here. We need to get a touchdown. But if we walk away with a field goal, that's okay. Because my passing game is not spectacular. Not yet, anyway. Nice run by White there. Starting to get a little traction. Oof. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to flip this. And then hopefully, because he's going to roll out to the right. But hopefully his motion will open up Bowers down the field. Come on, throw it, man. It's going deep. Out of bounds. I'd rather he throw it away, though, than throw a pick. Let's see what else we can run here. He's not exactly a deep threat kind of quarterback. But we're in field goal range, so we don't want to mess it up too much. I'm not really a big fan of giving up on this. But I also don't want to have a turnover or a sack. So we'll send, well, all right. It's going to be a pretty 47-yard kick, 46-yard kick. Should be able to drill it. Carlson's got a pretty good foot on him. Drilled it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
All right, 10-7. We've got the lead.
Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Deep kick. Takes it on about the 2. But they're going to get it out to about the 26, 27. Okay, we're going to try another zone blitz. First down. Hopefully. Yeah, he ran it outside. Oh, thank God he was there. That was almost a costly give up there. Actually, with him out, we're going to actually run a 3-4 here. Try and get a little bit of extra pass rush here. Man in motion. Oh, look at that. Bounced it off of his offensive lineman's helmet. Max Crosby with the pressure. Excellent. Okay, what do we got here? Let's try. I want to blitz so bad, but this game punishes you if you blitz too often. Right now, we just got to try and contain him if we can. Young. Broken up. Nice. 4th and 6. Defense is showing up. See, the other thing, too, is when you have your press conferences each week, it gives you situational bonuses for the week. So basically, in my press conference, I said the strength of my defense is the defensive line. So now I'm getting a little bit more pressure from the defensive line, and it actually makes a big difference. Where before, as the owner, I was not getting those storyline bonuses. It was just playing the game. Oof, that wasn't good. What do you think? Think my sail play will work again? Think it'll work? I hope it'll work. Minshew back. Bowers on the sideline. 1st and 10. Automatic. 2-minute warning. All right. I'd like to hang another touchdown on the board,
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock.
because that would make the second half a little bit easier to manage. Hey, look at, there goes White. He's gone. They're not going to get him. Look at that. Should have wished for $1 billion right there.
He saw that running lane pretty early, you could tell. A quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively with a group that has this much speed.
Touchdown and extra point gives us 17-7 with less than 2 minutes left in the half. But here's where the Madden AI kind of steps things up a little too much, I think. All right. Kick it deep. Minimize the damage on the return. See if we can go into the half with a 10-point lead. That would make me very happy.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here.
So far, we've been able to contain Bryce Young. I can't say that that's going to continue all game, but we have to try. Oh, Blitz almost got home. Ah! Dang it. Big loss. Oh, my God. Gave up a big play there, though. That did not help my defense at all. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like all of a sudden he will go off for like 7 or 8 in a row. Although when he goes off and he completes a pass like that in the backfield and I can make a play, and my team can make a play, it's not so bad. Oh my gosh, it deflected off of a defensive player and he still caught it. You know, I'm going to check that out. Who did it hit? Oh, man. There's a big problem. It hit his own guy. That should be illegal touching right there.
Some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Maybe not. I don't know. 4th and 8. All right. So hopefully we can contain this and keep him from getting a field goal. I'm not going to bother icing him. It never seems to work. Yeah, but he drilled it. All right, 3rd quarter. Here we come. So we will... Well, Gardner Minshew is not a deep pass quarterback. So we'll keep it medium. We're going to defend the medium pass, I think. Hopefully I don't regret that decision. You have to make adjustments to your game plan. And it seems like the middle of the field is always where they gain the most of their yards whenever I play Madden. So we're going to continue to try and cover the medium pass. But another touchdown would really help me out. Because that'll give us a 14-point lead, but we need a sustained drive right here. I don't want to score too fast. Just a couple yards there. Problem is, Zay White can probably go yard here. If he... Yeah, nope. Still, he picked up 5. I'm going to go tight end attack. And hopefully... Oh boy, he's going to get sacked. Standing in... Let's see. It's that... I really hate this game. Let's see how many people were open, if any of them. Okay, so let's watch the right side of the screen. Pretty good coverage. Pretty good coverage. They do have Jacoby Myers over on the left, though, wide open until right there. Yeah, pretty good coverage. That was a good coverage sack. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him this time. I should have sent one of my players in motion.
He sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Takes this in at the 25.
What was that?
And he's brought down before the return gets far.
I wonder about these animations sometimes. They say that they're like physics based, but sometimes I wonder.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, look at that. Nice big stop in the backfield. I know it looked like it was more than a yard, but I don't care if it's 1 yard or 15 yards, as long as they stop him in the backfield. Max Crosby's X Factor's activated. Hopefully he can wreck this offensive line. 2nd and 11. Hey, look at that. The guy that came in for an injured Luke Van Ness just made a play. So it's 3rd and a very long 19. Now we just got to keep the play in front of the defenders. Look at that. Defensive tackle in. Almost getting that sack. That was a huge play. All right, so playing it straight seems to be the way to play. And what I mean when I say play it straight, I have not made any defensive adjustments for the cornerbacks or the safeties. No defensive adjustments for the defensive line or linebackers. Just playing the straight call. That's all I'm playing. And that seems to minimize the giving up of the deep pass. Now, this is the most recent patch, but I haven't been calling a lot of cover 3 and cover 4. I've been calling a lot of zone blitz plays, and it looks like the blitz is getting home, which is fine by me. We're going to send Gallup in motion. This is my favorite play action sail. Can we burn him again?
Here's 2nd and 2.
Come on, Minshew. There it is over the middle. First down, Madison. We'll take it. Take it every time. Easy, easy money. There's another one called play action scissors, which also works really well in this game. Let's run that one real quick. We're going to run that one the other way. Well, no, we're going to run it the same way. Now, the difference is I can't send my wide receiver in motion on this one. So let's see what happens. Throw it, bud. Throws it away. That's okay. I'm fine with it. It's 3rd and 6. We're going to come back, and we're going to actually run White to the short side of the field and see what happens. Or Madison to the short side of the field and see what happens. Play action. Oh, I guess I called the wrong play. My bad. I forgot that this particular formation I didn't sub in White. I usually sub in one of my other running backs for these plays. Okay, we're going to try and stretch the field. 1st and 10. We're at the 44-ish, 45-ish. Here goes Madison. Come on, bud. Gain of 5. It's fine. We'll take it. Don't have to get it all in one go. All right, we're going to try a kind of risky play here. I am going to send my wide receiver on a post pattern rather than an out pattern. Rolling out to the right. He's got Mayer. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. First down and then some. We just gotta take what we're able to get. We can't, like I said, we can't match firepower with this team. But we can drain the clock, put points on the board, and try to leverage what we do have, which is a couple of decent running backs, so a pair of very good tight ends, and a defense that just needs to be good enough. They don't have to be a number 1 or a number 2. They just have to be good enough. Back in the day, I was a big fan of Fritz Shermer. He used to be the defensive coordinator for the Packers, like in the 90s. And he was a huge proponent of bend but don't break. And what that means is basically your defense, it's okay to give up some yards. But don't give up like chunk plays. It's okay to give up a few yards here, a couple first downs there, but do not give up big yardage gains. And that's kind of the way that I'm running my defense too. Almost threw a pick there, but he had Jacoby Myers wide open. All right, well, we'll kick the field goal. But to get back to my point, my defense doesn't need to be the top defense in the league. It just needs to be good enough. It needs to keep the offense guessing, and it needs to keep them out of the end zone. And so far, we've managed to do that. We've only given up 1 touchdown and 1 field goal. So we're up by 10, and we are more than halfway through the third quarter of play. But now this is where championship teams are made. Late in the third, going into the fourth, against Bryce Young, an electrifying quarterback. We got to make plays here. The defense has got to make plays. Max Crosby's X Factor is activated. I'm actually calling a full blitz here, because if we can get them back on their heels, then they don't have a choice. Screenplay. It's all right. We only gave up 2 yards. That's fine. I'd rather give up 2 yards on a screen than 35 yards on a go route. Or worse. Okay, we got that shell going over the middle. Stuffed him. What is going on there with the physics? Did you see that? This game has got problems. My guy just levitated like he was playing light as a feather, stiff as a board. All right, let's see if we can confuse him. We're going to run a little bit of a zone blitz here. Haven't run it in a while. Been running man blitz. So we'll run a zone blitz here. Sending Malga. I think it's Malga. Nope. Sending the other middle linebacker this time on the blitz. And he gets him in the backfield. Nice. 2-yard loss. Perfect. That is the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be run. Okay, we're going to try another one. Another zone blitz. I think it was Diablo that made the play. Oh, and he just got moved to the left. He just missed that. He would have been in there for another big play. 3rd and 6. So they could pretty much go anywhere. We're going to try and be safe here. We're going to try and contain it a little bit. Only going to send 4 this time. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Tight end in motion. Going back the other way. Throws it away. 4th down. 4th and 6. That's fine. Going into the 4th quarter, we're up by 10. And let's see if they kick it. They're down by 10. Are they going to go for it? They're going to go for it. That figures. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. We're going to try a corner blitz. It's a zone blitz. It's a zone blitz play. We're sending a corner on the blitz. Hopefully the blitz gets home. Nope. Gave up the first down. Thought he was going to get it. Thielen made a nice grab there.
It just brings out the very best. You get to see how you handle
3 tight ends.
pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll
We're going to send the strong safety on a blitz here. Hopefully, so you want to try and keep the ball moving backwards. Doesn't work all the time. No gain there. I'm fine with that. I can live with that. Okay, we're just going to go straight cover 2. It's a Tampa 2, but they call it cover 2 in this game. Thielen again in the middle. 3rd and 1. Okay, decision time. They could go literally any direction with this play. I'm going to send both of my middle linebackers on a blitz. There it is. 4th and 1. All right, so it's on the 35. Now our goal is to hang another score on the board, preferably a touchdown, because that'll effectively put it out of reach. He missed it. He missed it. That is fantastic. He doinked it off of the crossbar. I think it was the crossbar. Let's take a look. Where did it hit? Why is it going from that angle when I want to see what the ball is doing? Take that back. He doinked it off the left post. Just got to keep that clock running. That's all we're doing right now. Stay calm, Madison. We don't need a penalty for unnecessary roughness. Just keep that clock running, baby. Ugh. And then when I want him to cut back, he doesn't. This game just drives me crazy. Ooh, look at this. Interesting. We're going to go play action sale again, but this time I set Jacoby Myers on a post. Throw it. Over the middle. 1st down. We'll take it every time. Take it every time. You may hear the click of my controller as I select my plays. There's nothing I can do about that. It's a flaw of the Xbox controller. It's very clicky sounding. Up the middle, dummy. Oh, God. What are you doing, man? Run it up the middle. Killing me. This. All right. So, let's see what we got here. We could go. I think we're going to do a rollout. I'm going to hot route. I think it's Tucker down on the other end of this. Hot route him into a slant. Got to try and get that 1st down. Oh, Meyer gets it, though, with ease. See if I can get a touchdown and leave him with less than 5 minutes without scoring too quickly. It'll pretty much ice this game. So we got to be careful. There he goes. Nice. Nice. That keeps the clock rolling. They didn't call a timeout. They probably saved them. So we're at the 4-minute mark. I'm going to let this wind down a little bit more. I'm in no rush. I'm deep in their territory. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle. Nice little gain there. 4 yards. And they got another player hurt. Now we'll change it up. We're going to run it again up the middle. This time in goal line. He didn't get there. That's okay. It's all right. No big deal. Knew this was a possibility. I really wish I had a rollout pass, though. That one's not good enough. RPO? No. All right. Here's the play art, so you can see what I'm doing. It'll be tricky. Short drop, over the middle. Got the first down. First and goal. 3 minutes left. Now we're definitely going to let the clock run. We are definitely going to let the clock run on this one. Okay, we got. Yeah, we're gonna let it run. We're gonna let it wind for another 6-7 seconds. I don't anticipate getting in on the first attempt, but he does. That should be the game right there. That should be the game right there. That's that puts us up by 17 if this kick is good, which I don't anticipate missing. There it is, 27-10. Game over. Game over. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. They might get a touchdown, but I just don't see them rallying to win here. My pass defense has been very good, but I think the game ball is going to go to the running backs. And we'll go into that. If hopefully the season story will kick in at the end of this game. Oh, they're bringing in Andy Dalton. Interesting. Wonder why they brought in Andy Dalton. Did Bryce Young get hurt? Let's check it out. He did. He got hurt. Wow. Not a great time for him to go out of the game. Because Andy Dalton is not Bryce Young. There's the big fumble. They recover it deep in their own territory. Massive sack for a loss. 2-minute warning. That's gotta spell doom for this team. So we're going to just pin our ears back and try and get another sack. Now that we know that Bryce Young's not out there, we're going to send another blitz. Can it get home? Nope, not quite. But we keep him from getting too much yardage. A 3rd and 22, for God's sake. There it is. Another sack. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It's over. It's probably the last play for the Panthers of the game. Picked off. So we also win. We achieve our goal of winning the turnover battle. I'm willing to accept that I didn't get my 400 yards for the game if I can win the turnover battle. And we had 3 sacks. That's not bad at all. So we're just going to let the clock run. We're just going to let it run. It's over. I suppose I could really rub it in, and at like 5 seconds I could kick a field goal, so it's a nice 30-10. But defense showed up. There it is. 3rd and inches. We'll go away from Madison for a minute and bring in White. White's got 2 touchdowns on the day, so he is definitely player of the game in my book. Although Gardner Minshew had a pretty solid go too. Didn't give up any plays. Protected the ball. I don't think he got sacked. Yeah, 126 yards, 55.6 completion percentage. I'll take it. The point is that we won. The team won. I mean, 10 of 18 for 126, 55 and a touchdown. I'll take it. Madison, 82 yards on the ground, 0 touchdowns, but a 5.1 average. White, 109 yards on the ground, 9-yard average, 2 touchdowns. Massive. Receiving, Madison was the clubhouse leader with 4 for 45. Bowers had 3 for 38. I'd like to get him involved in the offense a little bit more, but I had to take what the defense was giving me. Jacoby Myers was the lone receiver with a touchdown. 1 catch, 22 yards. Mayer, the other tight end, contributed 2 for 21. So it's a good game. You know what? Let's take a look at the defense, though, because they were lighting up this team. So let's go down here to defensive. Oh, actually, let's see. Okay, blocking, 1 sack. We gave up 1 sack. I'm okay with that. Amari Burney, the middle linebacker. Huge game. 13 total tackles, 2 for loss, 1 sack. That is fantastic. Morig had 10 total tackles, no sacks, no tackles for loss. But overall, we had 3 sacks, Butler, Burney, and Bennett. 1 interception by Marcus Epps. If you remember the original Raiders franchise that I set up, I let him go. I did not let him go in this case. I kept him. He had a good game, 7 total tackles, no tackles for loss, but he did have that pick. So, came out of the game with a win. Couldn't be happier. Now, let's see what's waiting for us in the post-game press conference. Won the turnover battle. Okay, it's just showing me all the awards my coach got. 14 points. 350 yards. I was close. Didn't get 2 passing touchdowns. That's kind of a disappointment. But you know what? Overall season goal is to make the playoffs, and 3 games in, it's looking good. I'm not going to upgrade the players just yet. Let's get to the manage staff. I'm developing my tree first. So, yes, I did name my coach John Bovine. Get it? John Cow. Staff modifications. We're going to buy this one just because it'll cost us less to develop our coaches when the time comes. 2 new injuries. Let's see what the damage is here, because this could be bad. Okay, yeah, they're both out for 4 weeks. Kind of knew that was coming. We're just going to have to suffer through it. I'm not going to put either one of them on injured reserve. There's no point. They're going to be back. So we're just going to advance the week and get ready for the Falcons, I think. Oh, is it already? Yeah. So we're just going to advance the week, go to next week. And hopefully this will trigger a press conference. It did. Press conference, scout college players. We already have the draft board set up. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what they're going to ask us. Week 4 press conference. Next question. Gardner Minshew II and how he's played up to this point. Oh, goody. Well, he's protected the ball. That's what we're going to say. Avoiding turnovers, man. Because he's got 0 turnovers so far. I'd have to say offensive line. Well, no. We'll give the receivers and tight ends a shot here. All right. Nice. All right, so we will upgrade players, and then we will call it a day. Remember, safeties and cornerbacks, I generally upgrade for scheme. Wide receivers, depends. It depends on what their stats are. His ratings are 91 speed, 88 acceleration. So we're just going to use him as a playmaker. He's not going to develop much as a deep threat. He's on the backside of his career, so the chances of him gaining any more speed is unlikely. Jack Jones, quarterback. Again, we're developing for the scheme, which is man-to-man, because we want to have shutdown corners. Oh, Zamir White, talk about a great game, and he only gets 1 point. All right, scheme is elusive, but let's see what his... Okay, break tackles 81, speed 9. I think we're going to actually stick with that. I generally, and I've said this before, I run a two-headed monster where I have a power back and I have a kind of a elusive back, a receiving back, a change of pace back. But in this case, I just don't have the personnel for that. One of the running backs that I have slotted on the draft board that I'm looking at could be a power back. Because I always think of the old Raiders when they had Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen, or you had the 49ers with Ricky Waters and Tom Rathman. Those are kind of the teams that I like to pattern my running game off of. All right, so Trey Tucker is a rookie, so we are using his... Or no, I'm sorry, he's a second-year player, my bad. So we used his development point on deep threat, and we're hoping to get that extra 1 point of speed. And that is that. 1 second here. So, next video, we are taking on the Cleveland Browns. It is a home game again. And maybe we could push this record to 4-0. That would be sweet. Our defense right now is 8th against the pass and 1st against the run. We've only given up 40 yards on the ground in the first 3 games. And we're averaging 40 yards per game. My bad. And then passing yards, we're only giving up 199.3. I'll take that every time. We're not giving up the big chunk yardage. We're not giving up the touchdowns. So winning is winning. And that's all I got to say about that. With that, I want to just remind you all that no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you do matter and somebody loves you. Please take it easy on everybody this week. Everybody's walking a different path than you. Other than that, have a great week, everybody.